Have you ever wondered why Iron Man ended up losing to Captain America? In Captain America: Civil War, when Tony Stark learns that his parents were actually killed by Bucky Barnes, the rage completely consumes him. Fueled by vengeance, Tony decides he has to take Bucky down himself. But Steve Rogers steps in to protect his friend, and the clash between the two heroes becomes inevitable. Even though Steve is a super soldier, he's still nowhere near the power level of someone like Thanos, who can crush Tony's armor with a single hand. Steve's strength is enhanced, but his punches alone shouldn't be enough to break through Iron Man's suit, and yet Tony still loses. In my opinion, there are three main reasons why Iron Man was defeated. 1. Captain America wasn't fighting alone. Steve and Bucky teamed up against Tony. Just like Steve, Bucky was also enhanced by the super soldier serum. On top of that, the two had fought side by side for years. They moved in perfect sync. Tony was constantly distracted, overwhelmed by their alternating attacks, and gradually lost his composure. Steve's punches weren't the real threat, but Bucky's metal arm absolutely was. That vibranium-infused arm dealt serious damage to Tony's systems and even came close to destroying his arc reactor. 2. Iron Man was holding back. Throughout the fight, Tony actually gained the upper hand several times. But from start to finish, his real target was Bucky, not Steve. With Steve, Tony repeatedly held back. He begged Steve to stay out of it and even gave him a direct warning: stay down. Final warning: if Tony had truly gone all out, unleashing the full firepower of the suit, Steve wouldn't have been able to withstand it. But Tony refused to let his rage override his morals. He never aimed to kill Steve, and that restraint ultimately cost him the victory. 3. The narrative demanded Captain America win. The movie is literally titled Captain America: Civil War. That alone makes Steve the narrative center, the protagonist with plot armor. If the movie were called Iron Man: Civil War, the outcome might have been very different. Tony could have simply called in a squad of Iron Legion drones and overwhelmed both Steve and Bucky instantly. Plus, Steve Rogers in the MCU comes with a built-in plot passive: he can hang with almost anyone. He's traded blows with Ultron, and in Avengers Endgame, he even fought Thanos head-on, landing hits strong enough to push the Mad Titan back. So Iron Man losing to Captain America isn't strange at all. Given the circumstances, teamwork, Tony's hesitation, and the story's focus, his defeat was practically inevitable.